I picked football because it was something I always wanted to do when I was younger. College was kind of going by. I thought about it before, figured I was tall, I was fast, but here's a sport I've never tried. You can always play basketball when you're older at the Y or anything like that. You can always go run laps. With football, it's a little bit harder to play.
Already an Olympic hopeful track and field All-American and a highly recruited member of his father, Ernie Kent's basketball team at the University of Oregon, Jordan Kent decided a year and a half ago that he wanted to be a three-sport star. Even though he had never before played organized football, he tried out for the Ducks team.
I called my dad and I said, "Hey, Dad, I got something to tell you. Would you still love me if I made a certain decision?" And you thought I was getting married first. And,
I did.
I was 20 at the time, and I said, I want to play football. For lack of a better word, he wasn't too thrilled at the moment at the time. But obviously he's my dad and my coach for basketball, so I don't blame him.
Instantly, I thought, well, you've never played football. How are you going to be able to do that? And I thought, from a parenting perspective, wow, this could be kind of neat. From a coaching side of it, I thought here was a good player that really helped our basketball program that we potentially could be losing to football.
Were you disappointed at all?
My feeling on it was, here was somebody that had a dream, and I know I'd had a dream one day to coach at my alma mater. He had a dream to play football, and he deserved the opportunity to have a shot at that and everything. I was more worried, more so than anything else, and you got to go across the middle and catch a football. And my first thing was, well, why don't you go out and catch some footballs? And he went out and he came back and did a pretty good job.
When he first told you, did you think he'd make the team?
No. And the reason I didn't is because I understand athletics at this level. I've never had somebody to come out that's never played basketball. And if someone came to me and never played basketball before, I just said, you don't have a chance at doing this. And I just thought, okay, he's a great runner, he's a great athlete.
Well, I've watched Jordan Kent as an athlete in this community since he ran in the 8th grade, and I watched him in the finals of the track meet. Watching him play on the basketball court, I thought he could be a safety or a wide receiver. He has good hands, great speed. He has toughness, both mental and physical toughness. He's got such a great attitude. He's an intelligent person, but great work ethic. He was the hardest worker in our program. And I think his basketball background and track background helped that. I don't think anybody thought he would be a starter. But his work ethic propelled him to that position, and then he continued. He just made plays, and he hustled, and he overcame a lot of learning deficit. He really hadn't played football. He didn't know, the first time he was here, he didn't know how to put the pads on.
I think for a guy that played the sport for pretty much a year and a half, to put himself in a starting position and to understand, how to just pick up defenses, read defenses on the fly and everything, and how to convert your routes, and then how to change it when the blitz comes and everything. I felt I did a pretty good job with it, but at the same time, there's still a lot more for me to learn.
Jordan, when you watch players now, which NFL player do you model yourself after?
I really like Torrey Holt. He's a really hard-working guy. He's definitely the guy that goes in there and works after practice, on days when they have days off, just get in front of the jugs machine, and that's kind of what I model myself after, hard-working, putting in those extra hours to get better. And you just see him on the field. He's amazing, and he's just good at everything he does, and he's a true professional.
I just want you right here, watching that ball go by and then finishing in your hand.
Okay.
So where do you see your future going?
I like to keep my goals kind of short-term and just build up from there. Right now, it's just to make a squad. And after that, just help that squad win a championship, eventually get myself in a starting role. When I came out, I had a lot of people telling me, whether it's friends or the media and stuff, that this kid's got no chance. What is he thinking? But, just believe in yourself, tune all that stuff out, and you got to trust in yourself and end up working out. And you got to take it a day-by-day approach, and, it's going to be a lot of hard work, but it definitely pays off in the long run.